mentioned, we're actually going to turn now to Kalamazoo, where Matt Witkos is standing by. And, you know, Matt, Ruta was just talking about Tudor Dixon's endorsement by President Trump. One person who said that they wanted Trump to stay out of the race was the man you're standing right next to tonight. Matt, what are you hearing? What are we talking about now at down in Kalamazoo?
Yeah, Garrett Soldano addressed that during his speech, where he was anticipating a call from the former President Trump tomorrow when he finds out whether or not he is the Republican candidate for the governor's race. I'm here joined by the Republican candidate for this race going on for the governor, Garrett Soldano. Garrett, how are you feeling as polls have now closed?
I tell you what, it's almost a relief. You know, you hurry up and you wait around all day long. So now it's done, and we're going to see what the people want as their nominee in the Republican Party. But we think with the crowd and everything else and the momentum that we're bringing, we feel it's going to be us. But hopefully we're hoping to find a victory out tonight.
So talk to us. We've counted about around 300 people here. Your campaign, as you've mentioned, is a big grassroots effort. It all started about 2.5 years ago against Governor Whitmer when it came time for the pandemic. What's going through your mind as you see all the people here?
Well, I tell you what, this is what it's about. And it's not 300, it's 600. That's how many people are here. And it's been about them ever since the beginning. A lot of these folks have been fighting alongside me ever since the beginning, going after Governor Whitmer's unilateral control, activating them to do these petitions, getting involved at the local level in school boards, city council, city commission. We finally have great representation now. And this is a direct reflection of the energy that we're bringing to the state of Michigan. And that's what we need now, is unity. We need unity. We need conversation from a variety of different people and backgrounds and experience to not only move the state forward, but also our country. And I'm the candidate to get it done.
And so talk to us. Obviously, COVID's still around here. You ran on the whole issues of what Governor Whitmer was doing during the pandemic. Kalamazoo is in a high transmission area when it comes to COVID. What is your plan to address that issue?
Well, I tell you what, COVID is not on everybody's mind right now. It's really not. It's the inflation, the economy, it's schools, right? It's the immigration, it's the invasion in the South. There's so many other things right now. COVID's on the back burner. So yeah, the virus exists, it's around, but we're gonna bring common sense solutions to it. You know, let's talk about a wide range of therapeutics. Let's talk about the immune system. Vaccinate if you choose. I'm a big proponent of medical freedom. You don't get to mandate these things. Mass mandates will be illegal underneath my watch, and so will vaccine mandates. And we just want common sense solutions now as we move Michigan forward.
And now, as you plan to bring Michigan forward into the forefront of the union, as you've described before, you've talked about tourism, bringing the jobs back, getting rid of the income tax. What else do you plan to do to bring people back to Michigan?
Yeah, that's what we have to do. What a great state to raise your family. What a great state to start a business and live this American dream, right, that's been stripped away from us underneath this governor. So it's just common sense solutions. We have to make sure that no governor can weaponize the health department again, because who in their right mind wants to come back to the state of Michigan with a threat of restrictions or a lockdown during the next cold and flu season? People just want the truth, and they want transparency. And if you give them that, they'll figure it out. But we have to cut corporate taxes. We have to make sure that we're cutting the regulations. Been around this state over 42,000 miles over the last year and 4 months, talking to these farmers. They always bring up Tennessee and how they don't have as many regulations that the state of Michigan does. So we got to cut regulations. And the biggest thing we have to do is make sure that we're investing into long-term energy-dense solutions like natural gas and nuclear. And if we do that, we're going to be competing with the Abbotts of Texas, the DeSantis of Florida, and Tennessee and Kentucky, who continues to take our jobs. And I believe, and I firmly believe, that Michigan can lead this charge and be the powerhouse of this great union.
Now, talk to us a little bit about, obviously, a big campaign issue going on is an overturn of Roe v. Wade. You have commented before in the past that you are pro-life, but obviously we have those 800,000 signatures who are for abortion rights. What, if that does pass, will you do anything into that nature?
Well, here's the thing. As governor, you govern all people, and you have to follow the law. And that's one thing that this governor's not doing, which should concern anybody on both sides of the aisle, that she is overstepping her authority again and bypassing the legislature and filed that injunction, which I think a court just overruled it, to not have these prosecutors prosecute that 1931 law. What you do, you work with the legislature, who works with who? The people, to change things. Or you get a citizen's petition through. That's all you have to do. But as governor, you have to follow that law.
All right, obviously we talked about the fact that Tudor Dixon did get the endorsement by former President Donald Trump. What's going through your mind as we could know the election results by the end of the night?
Oh, I'm excited. Win or lose, I'm excited what we've been able to do as a movement is to activate and inspire Michigan's greatest asset, and that is the people to get involved. And that's what we have been done. I've never been a career politician, never will be one. I represent all of them. I am and will always be their statesman, and that's one thing that I'm going to wear as a badge of honor is what we've been able to do to activate these folks to get involved. And so win or lose, we won. But we'll see. We're going to see what the results are, and then I'm hoping to have that conversation with President Trump tomorrow if we pull this out tonight, which I think we will.
Now, you have commented before in the past about the fact that the election was stolen. Will you support the results by the when we find out?
That's a great question, and the reason being, yes, and the reason being is because we have a whole bunch of our grassroots warriors that are not here tonight because they were working the polls. We have recruited thousands of licensed election inspectors, poll watchers, people to get involved. So I'm very, very confident this election will be integrous, and I will honor those results. And if unfortunately we are not representing the state or the nominee in the Republican Party, whoever wins it will get my support. I'm not going to pick up my ball and go home. We all have the same goal, and that is to beat Governor Whitmer in November.
Perfect. Best of luck to you, Garrett Soldano. Good luck with the rest of your night.
Enjoy the night, guys.
Thank you. Yes, we're down here in Kalamazoo. Garrett Soldano, chiropractic by nature, who spent the past more than a decade taking care of the needs of people in West Michigan, but he hopes and plans to take the care of the needs of all Michiganders. Reporting live here in Kalamazoo, I'll toss it back to you in the studio.
All right, Matt.